channel Junior Ananda, and today also I am going to analyze a match against me my ID Reaction to 3 and my opponent named Kuzuri Rosuma. And in this game I am white and my opponent is black, and so without any further issues, let's start the video. I am white and he is black, so the first move by me is e4, pushing the pawn and opening the queen by this square and the bishop by this. After my move e4, my opponent moved e5. In the same, he also wanted the same idea to open the queen by this and the bishop by this. So after my opponent moved e5, I moved knight f3, giving attack to my opponent's pawn and developing my piece. After my move, my opponent moved knight c6, protecting this pawn and developing his piece. So after that, I moved bishop c4, attacking this pawn for the attacks and developing my piece. After my move bishop c4, my opponent very cunningly moved bishop c5. This move is just giving attack to this pawn and also if the king castles, it's pinning this pawn. And if my knight moves here, and will give attack to this, then the queen can take the knight by him. So that's a good move, if I would say. Then I did castle to just give my king a secure position. After my castle, my opponent moved knight f6, giving threat to this pawn and developing his piece. After his move, I moved knight c3, protecting my pawn and developing my piece. We are just doing our development. Then we will start our attack. After my move knight c3, my opponent moved knight d4 to get the center control. That if my knight takes his knight, then he will just take it with his bishop or pawn. So that the center control, that means these four squares will be his. So but he forgot one thing, that this knight was protecting this pawn and this pawn is now free and the knight is attacking this pawn. So I took the advantage and I moved knight takes e5. That means I took the pawn on e5. After my move, my opponent black did pawn push d6 to give attack to my this knight, so that my knight goes back off. But he didn't see one thing, that both knight and bishop are attacking this pawn, which is in the diagonal of the king. So the same thing happened. I took the pawn by knight, giving fork to the queen and the rook. So in one move he can only save one piece. So let's see what move did he move. So now he moved a very much good and special move, bishop g4. In the support of this knight, bishop is giving threat to the queen. So I need to save my queen. So I did pawn push f3, giving attack to this bishop and protecting my queen. So after f3, my opponent just took the pawn on the f3 and gave me a double check by both black bishop and the knight. So I can't take the I can't take the so after this move I can't take the knight by this pawn. I can't take this knight by this pawn because the bishop is also attacking the king. It's forced to move the king only. So I moved, and it was a forced move to move the king at h1. So after my move king h1, my opponent moved knight d2. I think that's a blunder because he thought that the bishop is attacking, so I will just take it with my bishop. But no, I will take it with my queen and take his piece. So it's a kind of blunder move from his side. So after my move, the fork was also going on. The fork was also going on by the knight. So he saved his queen by queen d7, and I got a free rook. So after queen d7, I just took the rook as it was free, and after my move, my opponent, that means this black, did long castle, by which the rook is attacking my knight. So I had to save my knight, and I only had one square, which is f7. So I returned to f7, and after my move, my opponent moved rook e8, giving attack to this pawn, and the pawn is in double danger by both the pieces, rook and knight. After this move, I moved knight g5, protecting this pawn and taking my knight out of the danger. After that, he moved h6 to give attack to my knight, so that my knight gets away from this good position and get back to his original position. So I had to save my knight. So I moved knight f3 to save this piece. And black thought that I will just give my bishop will just get here and give attack to queen, and the rook will be taken. So he thought to move a6 so that he would give attack and the bishop couldn't come here. After his move a6, I moved knight e1, so that the rook is having a complete open file, so that it can attack in various ways. After that, my opponent moved b5, giving attack to my bishop, so that it moves backward, and the good position can be lost. So I moved bishop d5 to just give a better position to my bishop, and so that it can attack in various ways to my opponent. After my move, my opponent pushed the pawn once more by the move of b4, giving attack to the knight, so that this pawn can be taken. So after this move, I just took my knight back, so that I can develop this again by this move. I moved knight d1. So after my move knight d1, he took the pawn by his knight, giving attack to my queen. Giving attack to my queen like this. So after this, I took as I was piece plus, So I took his knight. So as if we are pieceless, we should exchange our pieces. We should exchange our pieces that at last we have plus pieces, and we can just checkmate him and win the match. So I took his knight, and he took my bishop. And his rook is very much active and good placed. And so I did a good. I did a good move, that queen d5, just trying to mate him like this and giving attack to this rook. This is a multitasking move. So either he has to sacrifice his rook or get checkmate. Actually he didn't see that mate is going to happen. So he moved a blunder move, bishop e2. He thought that I am just here to attack his rook. So if I attack his rook, then he will just attack my rook. So I think that's a very much lost idea, and a lost position too. And that's what we were waiting for. I just dropped him with the checkmate, and the game's over. If you like the video, please do subscribe and like, share and comment, and share your queries down below. I would be very much thankful that you viewed my video. Bye bye. Let's meet in another video.